Ooh. Oh, we are, since we are now broadcasting. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Perfect. Turn it down. Then here we go. We should be all good. Hello, everyone. Oh, cool. Trans onto the softs. Lovely. Good stuff to see. Right then. Good evening, anyone. Hopefully it's going to be watching this. It's just myself today because, again, with the lack of numbers for tonight's race there, we haven't got a replacement for Lewis's teammate. We haven't got a replacement for Jay Hardy's teammate. As Liam is just trying to drift his way out of La Quaisa there. There you go. Lovely stuff there from Mr. New. And he's trying to drift it through Sabadell. Anyways, this is the third round of Season 17 of this highly anticipated BTCC Championship. The drivers' points are looking extremely, extremely close. Let me tell you that as well. Before I do, I will go on and talk about the points coming into this race. As it is actually very close in that as well. So in the team standings, Max Power Racing Team Dynamics, they are still top on 139. The Ford Mondeo team of the Tuan just getting by New there. They sit second on 135, so only 4 points adrift is the Ford Mondeo team. Then you got the Vodafone Nissan Racing with their great performances last week at Spa, especially from Xavier McIntosh picking up 2 wins in out of the 3 at Spa last week. They are on 129. Then you got the Nescafe team, the Renault, not too far back on 101 points. Vauxhall Motorsport, again a 1-car outfit because we can't find a replacement for Lewis Edwards as their second driver in that team, so they sit on 92. The Volvo S40 Racing, we were supposed to have Ewan Lloyd racing with us, but something's come up a crop up with him. I think it's something to do with uni work or going for at uni work. So I don't know if we're going to see much of Ewan Lloyd this season, but he's been replaced by my commentator. Well, my co-commentator for this championship. He's decided to give another bash out on the track, like he did at Goodwood. Was it a couple of seasons ago? I can't mind exactly when where he got like a couple of wins out of that. Trying to think what car he drove 2 seasons ago. Can't mind exactly. And the Team Honda Sport, again, it's just a 1-car outfit. Jay Hardy just driving by himself, sitting on 74 points. Now, the championship, the Drivers' Championship, is looking very, very tasty, I have to say. Defending champion Chris Clements leads the way on 80, and he is only a point ahead of Lewis Edwards. Edwards on 79. Then you got Ethan Graham, former champion, on 78. And you got Xavier McIntosh, who, with those 2 fine wins he picked up at Spa last week, he's on 76. So there's only 4 points separating Clements to McIntosh from first to fourth. Then there's a little gap until we find Rob Schauler on 63. There's a tie on 60 between Leon Welsh and Jay Hardy, but Welsh is ahead because he's got a win, as Liam has just started the qualifying. Adam Piper, who was nearly a no-show today, because apparently he is ill. He sits on 59, but he is there, so good. So we're having 12 drivers out on track again. As we're going to get this 5-minute qualifying underway. Twan Volbrecht not really shining so far in the Mazda Ford Mondeo livery. Sits on 57 points. But hopefully he can turn it around here tonight at the Circuit de Catalunya, which the cars are now going out on track now to do their qualifying. So out goes McEwen, out goes, I think that might be Volbrecht or Ethan Graham in the pro out of there. Liam New on 47, Ash Sharp on 41, and then Ewan Lloyd, who we saw last week at Spa, only did got 37 points, but he's no showing. But then, like I said, he's been replaced by McEwen. So in the Volvo camp, it is Team Liam with New and McEwen, and the two drivers then, James Hunt and Phil Wilson, they have both pulled out of the championship because they mostly can't knack it. So we are still looking for drivers. I think maybe 3 in particular. So if anyone's going to watch this, if you want to get involved in this, you know, the more the merrier. You can message Liam New or Ethan Graham or anyone like that if you want to take part in this championship, because, you know, we are still looking for some drivers. You know, there is 2, potentially 3 available. So, you know, you're more than welcome if you want to come and race with us and, you know, see what you like out on track. And, you know, don't quit like you know, Phil Wilson or anyone else have done. You know, want to see anyone out. So then here comes McEwen. He's just going to be using a lot of the curb there. So we'll just go through like what tyres they're going to be starting on with. So it looks like everyone is on the soft tyres except for Edwards. He's getting the medium tyres out of the way, and that will be the second use of his medium tyres for race 1. Jay Hardy getting a set of mediums out as well for race 1, so that would be his second use of mediums for race 1 out of the way. There is McIntosh. He's also getting race 1s out of the way. That'll be the first of his 2 uses of tyres there as he went around the outside of Hardy. And Ethan Graham looks like he is also on mediums, which will also be the second use of his mediums out of the way. Liam New on super softs. Sharp getting his first of 2 medium tyres out of the way, and there is a look at Liam Welsh. Said he's just coming out of, I think that was Seat corner, and he is on a set of super soft. So a few drivers getting the medium tyres out of the way. I do apologise, I'm trying to get the track map up here. And there we go. There we are. Yep, perfectly. There we go. The typical Night Phantom in there saying go Twan. We'll be hoping that Twan will have a better showing this week. He's kind of, like I said, he has been kind of struggling so far in that car. You know, he was doing superbly well in the BMW in his rookie season. Right aboard then with Twan, making his way in towards the very twisty turn 10 La Quaisa. You've got Clements there, Piper, and Schauler there, all nose to tail there, so they could hamper one another here. Now that is into Sabadell and then into the Europe car, which is the last sector of the track, which they've really spoiled there. Liam taking an awful lot of curb there out of the RACC chicane. And again, we've got to be looking very careful when the drivers shortcutting that chicane. So McEwen does a 50.2. Let's see what the champ can do as he will cross the line. Does a 50.6, and he will go all the way down to 5th place because Twan, the qualifying master, has now got up into the point with a 150.123. And Twan was quite good at qualifying last season in his debut season. Oh, just slightly gets into the back of Schauler, who is 3rd quickest. His teammate, though, McIntosh, does a 59.2, but he is on a set of mediums. Sharp does a 54.7. I think, yeah, he's also on a set of mediums too there. So we've got 30 seconds to go. Twan back at the point, followed by McEwen. Then 3rd place is Schauler. Piper 4th. Clements in 5th. Liam New running wide out of Renault is 6th. 7th is Lewis Edwards, who was again fastest in practice, but again he's the quickest of the medium tyre racers. Jay Hardy in 8th. 9th is Sharp. Ethan Graham in 10th. Sorry, there he is there. Is Ethan, and then here is Leon Welsh, who was yet to post a time. He's only just got to be doing 1 lap only. So let's see from Welsh, a winner of Brands Hatch earlier this season, and he just makes his way out of Europe car and then into the RACC chicane again. Yeah, that's nice and tidy. That's perfect there from Leon, absolutely perfect. And let's see what time is he does there. Someone has gone wide out of La Quaisa, if you just notice there on the map on the top right, and Leon will go 8th place, just behind a second than Volbrecht, and he is still setting a time clap there, but Ethan running extremely wide out of 15, then out of New Holland. I don't think he is going to improve his time. No, indeed he isn't. But Twan looks like he could improve here. He could go faster. Oh no, Schauler beats him. Schauler beats Volbrecht to the line there by 0.04 of a second. Lewis Edwards improves to 6th place, but Schauler going to the point there. Ethan Graham does a 51.9. That puts him nowhere near the top 8. McIntosh improves to 52.5. Sharp improves to 52.6. But there you go. It looks like that Schauler is going to get a pole position and a championship point there for him. So well done to Schauler. So that's another championship point going his way. And that'll be 3 different pole winners in the 3 rounds of the championship so far. So here is how they will look for the first race of the day. Schauler, Volbrecht, McEwen, Piper, Clements, Edwards. Then it's New, Welsh, Graham, Harding. Then 11th place is McIntosh, and in 12th place is Ash Sharp. So here we go then. We're getting ready then for 9 laps around Barcelona. The circuit, the Catalunya. Red lights are on. When they go out, the race will get underway, which they do. And it's a good start there from Schauler from the front row, as well as McEwen with that 4-wheel drive Mitsubishi. As they were, oh, there's contact on the straightaway there as McEwen has got into that second spot. But look out for the 2 team dynamics there. They're splitting Volbrecht in the middle. And now when they go into Elf chicane for the first time, it is Schauler with the lead. Clements now up into P2. A little bit kind of shoving. Oh, look like they're nearly 4 abreast then. Coming in towards Renault, the long right-handed there. McEwen trying to stick it out. And watch out for Volbrecht. Volbrecht is going to go there as the 2 team dynamic cars run off very wide out of Renault corner. And McEwen holds on to 2nd place. Schauler's down to, Piper's down to 6th on 7th there. Leon Welsh has made a good start. Now he's already gained a couple of spots in the process, as they're still bumping and barging and still going. They're going 4 abreast then into Seat corner. Oh, and Piper getting absolutely fully sideways there, and Clements somehow is holding on to 3rd position. Look at the mess of cars, and look at Jay Hardy. He's fighting his way up through the field. He's up to 7th place in the only Honda field, the Honda car in the field. So Twan started 2nd on the grid, got absolutely stumped there at the line, but he's managed to get into that 4th position. But look at Liam New, he's up to P5, and Piper's having a look on the inside into La Quaisa, and that is another position change maybe. Looking at the back then of Liam New's Volvo, and you can see Ethan Graham started 11th. He's trying to make his way up through the field. He is on the medium tyres though. Oh, and off goes Piper, and then into Ethan Graham. There was nowhere that Ethan could have done, and spinning around goes Leon Welsh, the Brands Hatch winner. And, well, here's a look at a replay. Yeah, he was, and then he just clips the gravel into Ethan, and then Ethan went into Welsh, and then that just spun Leon around, unfortunately. Actually, let's have a look from Leon's point of view. So here's another look at then. So keep an eye on the 2 cars that's just ahead of Hardy and Graham, who were side by side there. It looked like New kind of ran out of road. And then around went Leon Welsh. Disaster already for both of those drivers there. But anyway, oh, looks like McEwen is caught up on the back of Schauler. So battle for the lead is ensuing. Battle for third place is also ensuing now. That Volbrecht is now freed away from that gigantic battle of cars, which is led by Lewis Edwards, who is on the medium tyres, as well as Jay Hardy. He's also on the set of mediums. McIntosh is up into 7th position, and he's also on a set of mediums. Followed by Liam New in 8th place there, but there could be a little bit more of interesting with the incident with Piper, but we're not too sure. But we'll have a look at the stewards on to see what comes out of that then. Anyway, there's contact on the straightaway. Now they're going to go free abreast into La Quaisa. Who's going to come out on top? New's going to run out a little bit wide, and now he's got Ethan Graham for company. And I mean, those two have had a lot of beef since they're parting teammates. Let's just hope it's a little bit more cleaner. Let's ride on board then with the Season 15 champion, making their way now into the RACC chicane. And Liam New actually having a good pass on McIntosh. Now into New Holland, and that is another position change there. So Liam up into P7. Meanwhile, Liam McEwen all over the back of Schauler as we start lap 3, giving him a little bit of a bump draft then. Into the Elf chicane they go. So it's Schauler from McEwen, from Clements, from Volbrecht, and then Lewis Edwards in 5th. 6th position to Jay Hardy. 7th place is Liam New. 8th place is McIntosh. Graham in 9th. Sharp running well in 10th. And you got Piper and Liam Welsh there just slowly catching up to the back of the battle, which is led by Edwards. Fastest lap though set to Chris Clements with a 150.324. So then you got Nissan 1, Volvo 2, Nissan 3, Ford 4, Vauxhall 5, Honda 6th, and Volvo 7th, and Nissan in 8th. So you got 2 Nissans first and 8th, you got 2 Volvos 2nd and 7th. No sign of the Renault driver. The first one is, there he is, there's Sharp in 10th place, but he's been hounded by Piper. Sharp is on the medium tyres. In fact, he goes very wide out of Campsa, the blind right-hander, and he could lose that 10th place then to Piper, which he does. So that's down to 11th place now for Ash. But like I says, he is getting the hard tyres out of the way. So watch out for Sharp. Hopefully he could be a force in the other 2 races. As runs a little wide out of Sabadell, and then through goes Leon Welsh, his teammate. So there you go, another position change, and now Sharp now down into last position. Looks like Liam New is yeah, New is still holding on to that 6th position. Oh, what's he doing now? Whoa, New on the grass. What on earth was that? Was that a bit of lag? Now looks like they're going to be free abreast across the start-finish line, and through into 6th place after all of that goes McIntosh. Oh, and there was some big lag that's going on there because Ethan just pounded into the back of Hardy. Meanwhile, McEwen has taken the lead now, so Liam McEwen into the lead. And he's already starting to pull away from Schauler. Now, I wonder if Clements and Volbrecht will probably take advantage there and try and catch up to Schauler. They are within slipstream distance, though, of the 2nd place driver. And now into Worth Curve. 7, then 8th, and the blind right-hander there will ride on board with the champ Clements there. As you can see, it is a blind right-hander over the little brow at Campsa. And he is slowly, methodically catching up to Schauler in 2nd place. Fastest lap, though, goes to Volbrecht. And there you can see Clements go really deep on the brakes at La Quaisa. But he is starting to catch the top 2, and he's also bringing Volbrecht with him. Volbrecht, like I says, hasn't had a good start to the season. I don't think he's actually picked up a podium yet, has Volbrecht. His positions have been... Oh, no, tell a lie, he has had a podium. That was in race 3 at Spa a week ago. So he wants to get back to that podium positions here, but he could have the job done then into New Holland, and that is 3rd place now for Volbrecht. But they're going to be side by side across the line. Volbrecht crossed to take first, only just though from Clements. As we're looking again at this battle now, and you can see there Jay Hardy holding up a boatload of cars behind. Hardy in 8th. It's right on board then as he goes all the way up against the pit wall to try and break the toe from Graham. And then here comes Piper. And then what's Graham going to do? Is he going to tuck in behind? No, he's going to try and nearly go out the pit exit there. Into the chicane now they go. 3 into 1, won't go into the out chicane. Ethan had to avoid a little bit there, and look who's through now again. It's Leon Welsh, and he's trying to get another 2 positions then into Renault. Piper's finally through on Hardy, so Piper's recovery is doing decently. He's up to 8th place. Now can Leon take advantage of Hardy, going a little bit wide, then going into Repsol, the 4th corner. Again, another long right-hander. Multiple different lines you can take there, but then Hardy will have the inside for Seat. That is the 5th corner, and Hardy just holding on. So Hardy doing as much as he can there to hold on to his positions for dear life, but he's lost 8th place to Piper. And you also noticed there too a couple of corners ago, especially at the exit of Renault, that Ethan ran a little wide there. So he's lost a little bit of ground too in the process as he just sort of kicks up the gravel out of Lacamsa. Now then, let's see. The gap now from Clements to Schauler has increased. It's up to 1.1 seconds, but he has got that 3rd spot back. As we're just starting the second half of the race then. So out of the chicane they go. Again, got to be careful taking that chicane. Can give a prop out as well to Lewis Edwards, just having a bit of a quiet race there, but the man on the medium tyres there is having a top 5 finish. Like a week ago he got a 6th place finish in the mediums at Spa a week ago. Meanwhile, battle for 6th and 7th as McIntosh is going to surrender 6th place. No, he's not. That BMW has got some grunt on that straight line, but New's wanting it back, and he just deep under the brakes. Oh, that's a good line there from New. That's a bit of a shortcut. Yeah, the Nissan Primera there just hugging the inside at Renault. Oh, and now New thinks about making a look on the inside at Repsol, but again, McIntosh has that covered. Again, McIntosh, this could probably be his best chance here of a Drivers' Championship there. As further back, though, I just noticed there that Leon Welsh is starting to be a little bit impatient, trying to get ahead of Jay Hardy's only Honda. Followed there by Ethan and Sharp, 11th and 12th. Lap 6 out of 9, so 2/3 complete now. But again, Liam New all over the back of McIntosh. Let's ride on board from him at Campsa now. And again, you can see McIntosh, he's sitting 4th in the championship. Clements is sitting 3rd, Edwards in 5th. Graham is down in 11th position, so it's going to be decent scoring here for Schauler if he can hold on. Now into Sabadell, and he just stays ahead of Liam New. But New's got better traction though out of Sabadell and just can't get the position away from McIntosh. McIntosh looks like he can certainly defend his position, but I think the more the merry thing, I don't know if they're catching on Lewis Edwards for P5. It might be too little too late though, because we'll have 3 laps of racing left, and the gap between Edwards to McIntosh is 2.1 seconds. Now then, it looks like that Liam New has finally found a way by Jay Hardy, which indeed he has, and now Hardy going up against the pit wall nearly, trying to defend 10th position away from the season 15 champ Ethan Graham, who thinks about going to the inside, then goes back onto the racing line, late braking, then into the Elf chicane, and Hardy still holds on to that P10. Nearly pushing Ethan out wide, going into the long right-hander turn 3. Now is Ethan going to get a run out of Renault, which indeed he does, but then sticks in behind again the Honda of Jay Hardy. Meanwhile, back up front then, leaders have just made their way out of Worth Corner, Worth Corner, and the gap now is up to 1.4 seconds then. Schauler in 2nd, but the gap is coming down slowly. It's less than a second, so Clements is just out of slipstream distance, but Volbrecht is probably seen enough of looking at the back of that BMW as we ride on board with Volbrecht. Now we're going to be starting the penultimate lap then. McEwen leads, Schauler second, Clements third, Volbrecht fourth, Edwards fifth, New sixth. New has finally actually got by McIntosh there, so McIntosh down to seventh, and Piper, who was involved in the first lap contact with Liam New, is now recovered into eighth position. As you can see there, Clements there, and now Volbrecht is giving him a bump draft, which is legal. I think Volbrecht is trying to do anything to catch up to Schauler. They can probably think that the second place is on the cards for both Clements and for Volbrecht. Now then, there's a look then at Piper up to 8th position. And still Hardy holding on to that 10th place for dear life, as Ethan Graham is all over again, the back of the Honda. And also with Ash Sharp then compromising through Renault there as he hugged all of the lines, so that's going to compromise him on the exit. He's going to lose a little bit of time out of that. Indeed he will. It's gone up to nearly a second now away from Ethan. Oh, but has Ethan got the run this time then into Repsol? Hardy gives him space. And again, Hardy doing very well to defend his position cleanly, fairly. Ethan kicking up some gravel on the exit. Just hope to see Ash do well in the next two races, especially now that he's got the slower tyre out of the way. Is the gap increased? No, it's not. It's up to about a second. So Schauler's gained a 10th now on this lap alone. As McEwen, he raced at Goodwood and got 2 wins out of it. It could be on course for maybe 2 wins yet again, as McEwen is going to start the last lap of the race. And Lewis Edwards just having a casually lone race by himself. But again, a solid effort from him on the medium tyres to put him in 5th position. 6th place is Nuge, McIntosh in 7th and Piper in 8th as we start the last lap of race 1 out of 3. So here we go then, the final lap then. Who is wanting 6th place? Will it be New? Will it be McIntosh? Piper flashing the lights then. I don't know why he's trying to put them off. He's like nearly 2 seconds down the road. Oh, here comes McIntosh. Late braking then into Elf Chicane, and that is 6th place there. That's a good pass there for McIntosh. We are definitely seeing some potential here in McIntosh, although New wants that position back. And he's actually going to hug I thought he was going to hug New down onto the little short chute, then into Repsol. Side by side again through there, and McIntosh can hang it out wide, which will lead to the inside now for turn 5. And he's holding on to that 6th position, but this is definitely a McIntosh. Still giving drivers some fair, clean racing. Has he got the position this time? He does now. Now can he defend it going up into Kampsa? As the lead there is the top 4 of them, it looks like they're quite close together. But now Volbrecht has gone into 3rd place. Volbrecht into P3. And it would have been late braking into Lequaisa, I'm guessing. Here we go. Yeah, he caught him. There was a little contact. And it was a last lap pass. And that is P3 then for Volbrecht. But then out of the chicane, then they go then. But Liam McEwen, he's slowing down. What's he doing? What's McEwen doing? Well, that was quite interesting what McEwen was trying to do. Well, Clements has gone back up into 3rd place then. I think Volbrecht kind of felt bad for that pass there. So fair play to Tron for giving that spot back. But Clements nearly took the win, and I tell you what, if that would have happened there, Christmas would have came very early for Clements. But that was quite a hair raised, and that was quite an interesting way to finish a race there. McEwen slowing across the line. It wasn't like that. Who was that Formula 3000 driver slowing at Monaco in 2000, where he was slowing to celebrate with the fans, but then lost the race. I think that was what McEwen was trying to do. But anyway, McEwen wins race 1. In a quite a bizarre ending there, because Schauler looked like he didn't want to finish the race in 1st place. And Clements, who got a 3rd place back from Tron, well, because I'm guessing Tron must have gave the spot back to Chris. So, yeah, that was a very odd finish. But, well, there you go. Then here's the unofficial results then from race 1. McEwen won. Looks like he didn't want to win, but, you know, he'll take it nonetheless. Schauler in second. Third place goes to Chris Clements. Volbrecht in fourth. He did have third place, but he did give that spot back. Lewis Edwards in fifth. McIntosh did held on to sixth place, though. Oh, in fact, Piper was up into seventh place, so I don't know what happened with him and New. They put New down into 8th position. Leon Welsh in 9th. Ethan Graham 10th. Jay Hardy in 11th. So Graham did find a way by Hardy. And Sharp crossing the line in P12. And also fastest lap as well. Set to Volbrecht. So he will get a point as well. And that, by my reckoning, will be his first time getting the fastest lap. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, so Volbrecht gets a point for the fastest lap as we are getting ready then for race 2. We don't want to exit. And now let's see what tyres then these drivers are going to take then for race number 2. So it looks like Chris is on the Super Softs. Liam New going for the Super Softs as well. Sharp has already done his medium stint, so he's on the softs. Tron going for the mediums then in race 2. What's Schauler going to do? McEwen in replacement of Ewan Lloyd. He's going to use the second of his 2 tyres for race 2. Then 7th is Ethan, but he has got rid of those medium tyres out of the way. Liam's gone back into the pits. He may change to mediums possibly. Don't know just yet though. Edwards. Leon Welsh is going on the mediums. Yeah, there we go. Yep. So Welsh on the mediums then for race 2. I tell you what, that would have been an almighty embarrassing moment if Clements was to get the win and that Schauler refused to take the win from McEwen. That would have been very, very interesting. So then we're just approaching the 8th race of the championship and we have 6 different winners now. Out of the 7 races, only McIntosh is the first 2-time winner. So McEwen joins the list of Ethan Graham, McIntosh, as I said, Clements, Welsh and Edwards. Now let's see what Sharp can do in his car. He's going to start race 2 from the back of the grid. So I'll be quite intrigued to see what he will do. His best finish so far of the season has been 3 7th place finishes. Actually, back-to-back 7th place finishes. He's had a 7th in race 2 at Brands, in races 2 and 3, and the first race at Spa last week. He's had a 13th, a 12th, an 8th, and then 3 consecutive 7th place finishes. Well, sorry, 2 12th place finishes now, if you include this, the first race. But it's going to be interesting to see what Sharp can do in this race. The Master of St. Croix is Sharp. And Jay Hardy, we've seen he's a pretty good defender, but unfortunately just ran out of steam there to have lost that 10th spot on Ethan. But he was on the medium tyre, so fair play for Jay for doing that, but he now is on the faster tyre now out of the 2. Tyre compound, so he's got that tyres out of the way. So it's going to be intriguing to see what Jay can do. I think there's some fun and activity going on at La Quaisa. Someone has gone off then. Who was that? Oh, it's Schauler. So Schauler's going to be starting P2 and he's going to be on the medium tyres. Liam's starting the race from P1 and he's going to be on the medium tyre. The guy then to look out for really is Clements, because he could be late and going into the Alpha chicane because he's on the soft tyres. So he's going for the medium compound for race 3, the reverse grid order. And I think by my reckoning as well, he will have extended the championship lead as well in the process, because out of the 4 of them, he was ahead of all of them. Yeah, so yeah, Clements was 3rd, McEwen's going to start the final then for race 2. Yeah, Clements was 3rd. Graham was 11th. Edwards was 5th. And McIntosh was 6th. So pretty close there. So here we go. We're going to be starting race 2 of the night. And it was based on the results from race 1. So it'll be McEwen from Schauler, from Clements, from Volbrecht, from Edwards. Then it is McIntosh, Piper, New, Welsh, Graham, Hardy, and Sharp. Watch out for Sharp. He could be a force here for race 2. And keep an eye out as well for Clements. Will he be leading going into the Elf Chicane? As the red lights count on now. When it goes to green, we'll get race 2 underway, which it does right now. Clements there lighting up the rears then as they go across the start-finish line and to start this race. And looks like we're all nice and orderly so far. Look at Jay Hardy's going nearly up against the grass then. So here we go then into turn 1. There you go. Looks like that's going to be Adam Piper. That's really late on the brakes there. Piper's made a good start from 8th on the grid. He's already up to, 7th on the grid. He's gained 2 spots there. And look at Volbrecht then sticking his nose in between Clements. And he's gone up into that P3, but he runs out very wide. In fact, loads of cars going out wide out of Renault. And that's going to take advantage there to Lewis Edwards because he's going to get into 3rd place, possibly P2. Gets into the back of Schauler now, and Piper's up to 4th position. Schauler's getting absolutely humped about left, right, and centre now. So now Edwards is into 2nd place, but here comes Piper. He's going to stick it down on the inside of Sayat Curve, and he's got that 2nd spot maybe. Oh, Liam New losing like the traction there. Who's gone off? It's it's Sharp. Oh, Ash again, another moment, and he's gone off wide out of Repsol. So the most unluckiest man in GT Sport yet again. The curse continues for poor Ash Sharp. Now then, meanwhile, McEwen in the lead. But look at the defence there that Piper's having over hard charging Lewis Edwards, who's going to be braking really late into the Loquaisa. And Piper just holding on to that 2nd spot there. Not a good start there for Clements. He's been swamped all the way down to 7th place. And he started there on the grid. And his teammate who started 7th is already up to P2. And Graham has already gained 3 places. He's up to 8th place in his Fordman deal. But, that's a bit of a shortcut from McEwen there because he missed the second part of the apex in the RACC chicane then. So coming through then to complete the first lap, it is McEwen from Piper, from Edwards, from Schauler, from McIntosh in 4th, Volbrecht in 5th, Schauler's down to 6th place from 2nd, Clements in 7th from 3rd on the grid, and Jay Hardy... here comes Piper, late braking into Elf Chicane, really late braking into the Elf Chicane. It's going to compromise him through the second part. McEwen holds on, and Edwards will now take into 3rd place, and now McIntosh runs a piece of it, and he's going to take P3. So that mistake there from Piper has cost him pretty much 2 places. And look at Lewis Edwards, he's going to make it 2 wins of the season. He's diving on the inside of Liam McEwen, and into the lead now goes Lewis Edwards into the race lead. Now, watch out then for McIntosh, and watch out for Piper too, as he just dives his nose on the inside of McIntosh, and there he goes. He's back up into 3rd place. Twan is also there with a bit of a shout. Volbrecht, the Dutch guy, in a 5th position. But now it is Edwards, and the way he was in practice, that should be the end of him. He should be driving off into the distance. 2nd place then goes McEwen, but he is on the slower tyre than these guys that are behind him. So let's ride on board then with the 2-time champ then out coming into turn 10. And you can see the Piper putting a block there. Oh, wow, look at McIntosh. That was a bit forceful. I'll tell you what, we've not seen this aggression here from McIntosh. I think he means business this season. He's up for it. He's definitely up for it. Now then into Europe car. And then into the RACC chicane, and you can see the Clements there, just the background in 7th place. Not the start that Clements would have wanted, but he got absolutely swamped off the start. And now out of New Holland to start yet another lap then. Edwards leads onto lap 3. McEwen 2nd there. Again, Schauler, that is Schauler actually putting a little bit of a block then on McIntosh. As that will be Leon Welsh there going on the inside of New, and... oh, it was only just Liam New, so that is 10th place now for Leon. But runs wide out of Elf Chicane and nearly gets into Liam New in the process. And you can see Sharp is also there too in the background, trying to catch up with these guys that's just ahead of them that are squabbling for position. Meanwhile, Ethan Graham started 10th. No real positioning gained there, but we just noticed there that Chris Clements has gone up into 6th place. He's managed to find a way by Schauler. And now, meanwhile, there's battling and squabbling going on for 2nd place, and Piper's now gone up into P2, and he's going to take McIntosh with him as well. McEwen he's not, really not fighting for the championship, really, so he's just backed out of the way. So he's given Piper and McIntosh a run now, and now will Volbrecht try and find a way by McEwen. And I think Clements is getting closer to... Oh no, I think looking in the background then of Clements, looking to the inside then now goes Ethan Graham. He's up to 7th place now. And now Volbrecht ahead of Clements. Those two had a bit of a battle in race 1. Fairly clean battle, I must have say at that then, apart from the little last lap rub there, but fair play to Volbrecht for giving the position back. So now then Edwards' advantage now is 1.1 seconds. He should be off into the distance now. Piper in 2nd, but that BMW is definitely a lot more quicker than the Mazda that's ahead of him. And again, watch them going out defensive. Look, I tell you what, this McIntosh, we have not seen this type of McIntosh that we've seen at all in his career in this championship. He is genuinely thinking about the championship as Piper fully sideways out of Elf. And this is what Liam and I have been basically wanting to say about McIntosh. He's got the potential to be a quality driver, maybe championship material driver, but he just needs to show that bit more aggression, and I feel it's what he's doing. Anyway, riding on board with McIntosh, and he's trying to catch up to Piper, who's 3/10 down the road, who is then 1.2 seconds down the road of the leader Lewis Edwards in the Mazda. Clements has found a way by Volbrecht into 6th, and now Ethan Graham. Of course, Volbrecht is on the medium tyres, so hopefully he shouldn't give Ethan Graham a little bit of problems here. Riding on board with Ethan out of Le Campsa. And is Volbrecht going to do some team orders? He's indicating to the right-hand side to say let go by. So good team orders there. Ethan up into 6th place there. Good team orders there from the SMM boys. So that's Volbrecht down into 7th place. He's hoping to be the race-free king, so to speak, like he was, especially the last 2 rounds of season 16. Jay Hardy in 8th, Liam New 9th. Schauler's now down to P10. And now Sharp is up into 11th position as Leon Welsh is struggling in that Mitsubishi. I'm guessing the Mitsubishi is not that good on the medium tyres, except if you're Liam McEwen, who has certainly got the mediums underway. But here comes then, oh, look at that. Is that a bit of teammate slipstreaming? I think that is, though. I tell you what, that's quite clever, that from Piper. That is really clever stuff from Adam Piper. Usually Adam has been known to be, not much of a team player there, but he saw the move that Clements did on McEwen. Oh, well, talking to the devil, he's gone very, very wide, and now Clements is up to 2nd place. Well, maybe that was some team driving from Piper. Maybe he's actually thinking about being a team player for once. But I tell you what, that was actually quite smart what he did there, because he noticed there in the background that Clements was making a pass on McEwen. So then Piper pulled out to try and get the tool. Here comes Ethan Graham to the inside of Piper. Yeah, so he's pretty much sacrificed 2nd place there to let his teammate and championship leader go into that 2nd place. Now then, let's see, riding on board again with McIntosh, and now it's all change up front now. Clements is up to 2nd, McEwen in 3rd, Graham in 4th. Good drive this is actually from Ethan Graham from 10th on the grid, as Piper nearly losing the rear going into Le Quaiser, just touching the grass at the braking point. Meanwhile, Jay Hardy's managed to get by Volbrecht. So Hardy up into P7. He's just in the slipstream. As again, McIntosh, Piper's really struggling in that BMW. He's lost a lot of momentum. Piper is racing very ill, so, you know, we'll give Adam the benefit of the doubt here. You know, he isn't driving 100%, but we could see another position change here as Piper will go onto the middle of the track. Now then, here we go then. Oh, there's a bit of door handle contact on the straightaway, and Piper's just holding on again. Really late braking into the Elf chicane. That's going to compromise maybe. No, he doesn't. And watch out for Jay Hardy. Jay Hardy, it looks like he's having some good pace in that Honda. We'll ride on board with Jay. And he's diving on the inside of McIntosh. Really late break and late pass into Repsol, and that is sixth place. So Hardy, even though he's a rookie, he's probably the only rookie in this championship now with the demises of James Hunt and Phil Wilson. This rookie is not afraid to race with the big boys. Meanwhile, Ethan is found away by McEwen, so that's P3 now for Ethan. And now Piper and McEwen, these two are former teammates. Oh, looks like Hardy went a little wide out of La Campsa, and he's going to be side by side maybe with McIntosh. Meanwhile, further back in the background as the cars then making their way into La Quaisa yet again. Piper this time on the inside of McEwen. That's now fourth place for Piper. But this is a good drive this year from Hardy. He was a podium finisher at Brands Hatch 2 weeks ago. I think third place could be a little bit out of reach, but definitely fourth place would be good for the rookie driver. Of course, we've seen Jay Hardy before in many streams in the past. I think the first time I heard of Jay was at this track when we did the DT at the Super GTs. When he was teammate to Jake Hill in the Calsonic team. And if anyone can remember that, it was Jay Hardy that got into the back of Jake Hill that made him run wide into Elf and fell all the way back then to have, like, at the back of the pack, and then he managed, and then Jake still managed to win the race, if anyone can remember that. But this is a mess then for fourth position. It's the Team Dynamics followed by Volvo from Honda and from the Vodafone at Nissan. And here comes Hardy to the inside of the two-time champion, and that's fifth place here. So, oh no, he's going to lose that spot back now. Little contact, and now will McIntosh take advantage there of it? He's on the outside. Oh, Hardy not giving an inch here. He's determined to get that fifth spot, and I think he may have it, you know. On board with McIntosh, and he's got nowhere to go because there's two cars side by side. And Hardy doing like a little bit of a slide job on McEwen. And look out for McIntosh. He's going to go around the outside of La Campsa. Meanwhile, further behind there, Volbrecht on with the slower tyres is defending 8th place there. Watch out for Shaula. I thought he was going to make it 3 abreast into 10. But New running out a little wide. Now into Sabadell, which will go to the inside. And, yep, again, Volbrecht giving New the room. But New just can't get the job done, no. And Volbrecht holding on to 8th position. But Shaula's looking really hungry. He wants to get, you know, at least somehow like an 8th place finish. As we're just going to start the penultimate lap then. And I just noticed as well that McIntosh is side by side with Jay Hardy. And that is, he's just passed him on a straightaway. So McIntosh now up back into P5. Hardy's going to try and brave it around the outside of El Chicane. If you can stick it around there, then we'll go to the inside at turn 2. But then the problem is it's not that much of a straightaway for turn 3, the long right-hander at Renault, and it looks like McIntosh again holding on that 5th position, but he's absolutely hugging the inside line. Hardy's going to take it the racing line through Repsol, contact again on the door handles. I tell you what, Jay is not frightened to be racing against the more experienced people. He is sticking his elbows out. Fair play here to Jay Hardy. But for the time being, McIntosh holding on into 5th place. But you just feel that Hardy wants that 5th position more. And McEwen's not out of it as well. If those two slip up, McEwen will take full advantage of it. In fact, he runs a little wide out of camp, sir. Meanwhile, Tuan is down to 10th place. Nu and Shaula have got by. And Nu really struggling in that Mitsubishi, isn't he? There is Sharp still in 11th position, but he's going to be starting second. Second in race 3, the reverse grid order, as Lewis Edwards will start the last lap, and Leon Welsh just always he's ghosted. So I'm guessing he's probably went for a P, I reckon. Anyway, meanwhile, the leader is on his way to a last lap and get the second win of his season. He's also set the fastest lap in this race, which will be his 4th, I believe. Yes, indeed, it will be. It will be his 4th fastest lap of the season, if he can hold on. Clements then in 2nd, Graham in 3rd. So 1, 2, 3 in the championship are sitting 1st, 2nd and 3rd. The other guy that's fighting for the championship then is McIntosh. He's still holding on to 5th place. Again, only just, but Hardy is really wanting, you know, he could probably take 4th place out of all this. There we go then, so we've got a 3-car scrap for 4th place. Just a shame it's not a battle for the podium. Now Piper's lost a lot of ground now to Ethan, and now Piper's going to have to defend his 4th place now for McIntosh and a hard charge, and Jay Hardy. It's going to be late braking and into Laquaisa. It looks like they're going to be 3 wide then into turn 10. Who's going to be late braking? Looks like Piper's broke extremely late and he's going to compromise yet again, and McIntosh has got him in the 4th place. A little bit sideways still with McIntosh and Hardy. Hardy's going to stick on the inside at Sabadell. And McIntosh just barely holding a 4th place, but Piper may have shoved off Jay Hardy. Meanwhile, Lewis Edwards is going to cross the line to get his 2nd win of the season. Chris Clements will cross the line in 2nd. Ethan Graham will be 3rd. But it's going to be McIntosh in 4th, Piper 5th, and Jay Hardy, who had really gone strong to try and get 4th place, may have got shoved out wide out of the last corner by Piper. But McEwen takes 6th, Hardy 7th. He'll be a little bit disappointed with finishing in 7th place. Liam New in 8th. Volbrecht got 9th. Shaula got 10th. Sharp got 11th place. And then we got to wait nearly 40 seconds for Leon Welsh, who I'd imagine who actually took a P. I'd imagine being that far back. Yeah, may have to take a look at the stewards at that one for that incident with Adam and Jay. Looked like Adam just gave Jay no room on the outside. Here we go then, so here comes Leon out of the last chicane into New Holland for the last time, but he will start on the pole for race 3. In fact, it will be a Williams-Renault front row, but they will be both on the faster tyres. So there goes Leon across the line. Just a nice cool race there for the 3-time champ Lewis Edwards with yet another win, and again setting the fastest lap again for him. Again, the only Vauxhall driver in the field, and showing why he is a 3-time champ. So here's the unofficial race results. Edwards with yet another win. 5 seconds was the winning gap between himself and Clements. Third place goes to Ethan Graham from 10th on the grid. Good going there, Ethan. McIntosh, tremendous drive there. The top 4 in the championship, finishing 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th as well. But it was McIntosh that held on for 4th place. Piper 5th, Liam McEwen in 6th. Jay Hardy, he'll be disappointed finishing 7th place. He could have had a potential 4th place there, but maybe the incident with Piper on the last lap there could be reviewed by the stewards. Liam New in 8th, Volbrecht in 9th, Shaula in 10th, Sharp in 11th, and Leon Welsh in 12th. So for the reverse grid, it's going to be Leon Welsh followed by Sharp. Then 3rd place will be Shaula and Volbrecht. On the 3rd row, it will be Liam New, Jay Hardy, McEwen, Piper. That is McIntosh. and Graham, and then on the last row, on the 6th row, 11th will be Chris Clements, and Lewis Edwards will start 12th and last. So here we go. Then we should be seeing some drivers that, yeah, so Clements will have the mediums out the way. So I don't think Clements will do anything spectacular in this race, not unless if you do well to do with Lewis Edwards finishing 5th in race 1 with the mediums. Liam New also going for a set of mediums. And I think by my... Oh yeah, Piper's also on the mediums too. I think my knowledge, I think it's only just the 2 team dynamics and Liam New that's going to be on the mediums for race 3. Yeah, I think it will be. I tell you what, I would love to tell you what the championship points then is coming towards this round, but unfortunately I've lost the point system. I know it's such and such for a win and what have you, and fast slap as well, and bonus point as well for the champion for pole position too. So yeah, we'll just have to wait until maybe like a couple of days later to see where the points come out then, as we will start the second half next week. Which Liam is going to start the last race then now. Yes, next week we'll be at Willow Springs. It's been the first time in a while since we last raced there. Followed by Blue Moon Bay, Infield Day, and in the last round at Goodwood. How much carnage is that going to be come, 3 weeks time? So here we go then, it's the last race of the evening, and it's a reverse grid, so it'll be the Williams-Reynolds front row of Welsh and Sharp. Then it'll be Schauler, Volbrecht, New, Hardy, McEwen, Piper, then McIntosh in 9th, Graham in 10th, 11th for Clements, and Edwards in 12th. So let's see if the 2 Williams-Renault guys can get in this race with a bit of a high. Lights go out and away we go. Very good start there from Schauler from the 2nd row on the grid, and he's going to split the 2 Reynolds then into turn 1, and into the lead he goes. Hardy there just kicking up a bit of the grass there, and look at the movers and shakers. They're moving all over to the right side of the track. Looks like we're nearly 4 abreast and going in towards the Elf chicane. Volvo on the outside, Volvo on the inside, and look at that for Liam New there. He's showing some bottle now in this 3rd race. He's up to P3 already, and look at Jay Hardy trying to stick his nose in there. Don't forget though, New is on the medium tyres though, unfortunately, so he's going to probably be falling down the pecking order, but it is Schauler going into the lead there. Lewis Edwards running a little wide out of Renault. So Schauler in the lead, Welsh 2nd, and Sharp a little bit shoved out there. Oh, he's actually kind of pushing Liam New a little. Oh no, that's actually McEwen. That's his former teammate of a few years. But look at Jay Hardy now to the inside of Leon Welsh, and he's got 2nd place, has he? Has Welsh got the overlap though out into Worth curve? He's got the inside, but watch out for Volbrecht, because we know how quick Volbrecht is. Hardy's going to have the run though, just kicks a little bit gravel up as well, but he's got that 2nd spot, and watch out for Volbrecht, he's going to get P3 at Campsa on Leon Welsh. So it is Schauler from Hardy, from Volbrecht and Welsh, and Sharp is in P5 from starting 2nd on the grid. McEwen already up to 6th. Then it is 7th place, that is McIntosh, sorry. Piper is in 8th, but he is on the mediums. As Edwards starting last on the grid, he's already up to 9th position as the field beat their way in towards Sabadell. Sharp and McEwen now, again, like I said, those 2 were teammates for 3 or so seasons. As Sharp now has dives down on the in the inside of Europe car on Leon Welsh, as there's absolute carnage further back there. That's Piper losing the rear, and who was that ghosted? It was Liam New again. Liam New ghosted yet again. So here's a replay now. Oh, okay. Oh, and was there contact? Yeah, there must have been contact with Edwards to Piper. And Yeah, that was a bit... that was... Oh, well, we've lost the replay now. Again, I'll probably be looked at the stewards there, so problems already for New and Piper. Now then, meanwhile, Volbrecht is up into second place, but look at the mess for fourth position there, led by McEwen, and Edwards from last on the grid is going to go around the outside at Repsol on Liam McEwen, but watch out for Welsh. Welsh could gain 2 places in 1 here. On board with McEwen, and just look at the mess of cars behind. You've got Edwards, you've got the 2 Renaults, you've got Ethan Graham, I think, at the back of the pack. You've got Clements there too. And you've got McIntosh there in P7th. Now, I think that's Ethan passing Clements going into Le Camp, so that's another position change. But McEwen, he's got 2 seconds out to catch up there as Leon Welsh is really late on the brakes in the Quasar. Now into Sabadell, and you can see that Edwards working the steering wheel. He's trying to find any which way by McEwen. Taking the cab then into the RDCC. Leon Welsh holding on to 6th place. McIntosh just there in P7, followed by Sharp in 8th there as Volbrecht. No, Jay Hardy now sets the fast lap, and look at the run that Edwards gets then out of the RDCC chicane. He's going to be side by side with the 2-time champ. There's 5 championships between these 2 drivers, side by side then into the Elf chicane. Edwards has got the inside, so that's going to be 4th place now for Edwards. So from 12th on the grid, he's already up into 4th place. A win might not be in a bit of doubt here for Edwards. Oh, as Piper has left the room, unfortunately. So, shame there for Adam. Again, he has been racing not that well. And there's a look there. Liam just saying Adam dirty. So, I'm guessing these 2 have made more contact again. Which is not what we want to see in touring cars. I know it's all bump, contact and what have you, but we want to keep it fair and clean. But there you go, Piper unfortunately out of the race now, but Volbrecht is all over the back now of Schauler. And look at Jay Hardy, he was disappointed in race 2. He's got a bit of a gap though from Edwards down there in 3rd, and here comes Volbrecht to the inside then of Schauler, makes contact with him, kind of forces his way through into the lead of the race. I don't think Schauler will be too pleased about that kind of manoeuvre. But that's put Volbrecht now into the lead there. So Night Fanta will be loving to see his good friend now leading the race. As Schauler gets it completely, losing all of the curb out of Europcar, and he's lost that 2nd spot. And he's kind of ghosted out now, and now he's going to be shoved out a little bit wide there from Edwards. That was a rare thing to lose the rear. Here we go. So this was coming into Europcar, and he just took too much curb, put the power on. Yeah, actually he did a full 360. Luckily, he didn't unghosted there, but yeah, Edwards just come back in and just sideswipes him. So that's 3rd place now for Edwards, and Schauler, a costly mistake. He's lost 2 places. And now McEwen is on the inside of Schauler. And that's going to be 4th place. So that little bit of momentum loss from Schauler has got lost in 3 positions now. Again, fastest lap then set to Lewis Edwards of a 1:49.6. He is on a charge. He's trying to do what Volbrecht did the last 2 rounds of race 3. Qualify, will start at the back of the field to end up winning the race. The only difference though was Volbrecht's won those races from lap 2. But Hardy in second place. He's nearly, 1.7 seconds behind Volbrecht, but he's got to be looking over his shoulder because Edwards and the cavalry are going to be coming up behind. And we know Jay can defend this position quite well. The only problem is there's Edwards. He's probably the fastest driver out of the lot of them, and he is catching them 10th by 10th by 10th as they're making their way into Sabadell for the 4th time in this race 3. Now you've got the two Nissan drivers there, 5th and 6th. I wonder if Shaul will probably do the good thing here and let McIntosh go by, help him for the championship. I think out of the 4 drivers so far, I think it's been McIntosh that's been a little bit worse off than the likes of Graham, Edwards and Clements. And again, points mean prizes at the end of the day. I'm also trying to think that McIntosh is on the medium tyres. I think he might be, I'm not too sure. No, I don't think he was. I think he used the race 2 tyres, I think. No, was it race 1? Oh, I can't mind exactly. No, it was race 1, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So, yeah, okay, here comes McIntosh. He's getting closer now to the back of his teammate. Welsh having a better race now, 7th place. That'll be the best place of the Liam Reynolds drivers out of the 2 races so far. 8th place then goes to Ethan. Clements in 9th, just passing Sharp for 10th. And in 11th place there is Liam New, just all by himself. Now, more than anything, I think Hardy's gained half a second on Volbrecht. The gap's now down to 1.2 seconds, but the gap is stabilising between himself to Edwards. So Hardy's found a bit of a groove here. He's found some momentum, and he's actually setting his sights on the leader, Twan Volbrecht. So Jay Hardy, we could have another potential first-time winner in this championship, because he is slowly catching up to the back of Twan. Now, then into the chicane. What lines did they take? Did they use all of it? I don't know if the stewards are going to have a long day with especially with the second part of the chicane. If that's cutting that bit there. Again, Edwards setting another fastest lap. Lap 6 out of 9. It's Ford 1, Honda 2, Vauxhall 3. Of course, Honda and Vauxhall are the only 2 drivers with only the 1 driver. Jay was supposed to have James Hunt, but he's backed out the championship. And Edwards would have had Phil Wilson racing with him, but he's also backed out the championship. Like I said, I know we've got 6 people watching at the moment, but if those people that want to take part in this championship, you can message the likes of Ethan or Liam New and get yourself a ride in this championship. We are looking for some seats. We're looking for some drivers to replace some other drivers that have left. So then Volbrecht, Hardy and Edwards, he is now starting to catch up now to the back of Hardy. McEwen in a safe 4th position. Then you got McIntosh, who's now up into P5, so the team strategy has worked. It did work out there, so McIntosh into 5th place though. Ethan Graham up to 7th. He's found a way by Leon Welsh. Although Liam wants that 7th place back then, and they're going to be so close racing then together into La Quaisa, and again the Forbendale late braking. Oh, little contact. And that was a bit of a push and pass really, and Leon's back up in the 7th place. Oh, but once wide out of Sabadell, he thought it was a push to pass, and he retakes the spot back. So fair driving that from Liam. And now the top 3 are very close together. So Volbrecht has lost a lot of time. The top 3 then literally lost the tail. Movers and shakers then in the top 3. Hardy's going to be shoved out into the eye side. And look at Edwards. He's going to try and split the middle. He's trying to thread the eye of the needle. Late breaking into Elf chicane. Volbrecht versus Edwards. Who's going to come out on top? Will it be Hardy? He might take the lead out of all this. Volbrecht takes to the grass out of Elf, and Edwards now leads this race. Hardy around the outside of Volbrecht. My oh my, what a pass that was there from Lewis Edwards. Into the lead he goes, and Volbrecht was the big loser of this, because he's lost nearly a second advantage now. Look at Volbrecht trying to nearly shove out Hardy out off wide, out of Repsol. So Edwards has done the first challenge, like what Volbrecht did twice last season. But I don't know what on earth happened to Volbrecht, how he lost that second advantage. Did he make a mistake in the last sector? Or what? I just noticed there at the top of the screen that the three of them are very, very close together. And I tell you what, Hardy is definitely not out of it. Like I says, he's already got a third place finish at Brands Hatch. He wants second place on Volbrecht. I'm just hoping Volbrecht didn't do another mistake like what he did on a couple of occasions last season, and in fact he's lost that second spot. So Hardy's actually found a way by out at Sabadell, so that's second place now for Hardy. Hardy on course for his best finish of the season so far. Although Volbrecht wants it back at New Holland there, side by side across the line, still making contact across the start-finish straight. And now on to the penultimate lap then. So it's the Honda that gets the second spot back from Volbrecht. McEwen, and look at McIntosh. He's caught up massively to the back of McEwen. I think Volbrecht has got the second spot and holds his line. He's got second place back. Meanwhile, McIntosh has got fourth place away from McEwen. Oh my goodness me, look at Tron putting Jay Hardy nearly on the grass out of Renault there. I tell you what, that was fully committed from Jay Hardy to hold on to that. Let's ride on board then with Jay. He was going for the cutback, is he? Yeah, he went to the inside. Yeah, he sort of leaned a bit on him. Tron leaned on Jay a little bit. But he's got the second position there. But that's fully committed from Hardy as well to make that pass. Now, all this battling that Hardy and Tron's doing, it's going to allow McIntosh to catch up. It was about 2 seconds. What's it now? It's still about 2.1. Further behind, you got Schauler and Ethan Graham close together for 6th and 7th respectively. But this battle for second place is going on, raging between Jay Hardy and Twan Volbrecht, as Edwards has nearly pulled out a 3-second advantage on this lap alone, as we're going to be starting the last lap of this evening. And now there's a little bit of daylight now between Jay Hardy to Twan Volbrecht. In fact, more than anything, Volbrecht is out of Hardy's slipstream. So Edwards is going to get 2 wins out of 2. 2 wins out of 3, sorry. But watch out though for McEwen, because McIntosh, because he is close enough now to Volbrecht. He's only nearly half a second behind Volbrecht. We did see at camp, so he was about 2.1. And I think McEwen is more than anything trying to help McIntosh to try and get closer to Volbrecht. So, you know, I think Volbrecht's podium could be under a little bit of threat here from a hard charging Xavier McIntosh, and he's having help with McEwen, the race 1 winner. There's a look then at Clements. He's going to finish this race in 9th position by the looks of it. Not unless if Sharp can find a way by Clements on the last lap, which is a little bit far back, unfortunately. And still we've got Liam New there, still racing there by himself in 11th position. And again, we had the one retirement, that it was Adam Piper. But again, we're going to have a look at this battle then for second place. And Hardy's gone very wide out in La Campsa. And now you've got McIntosh and McEwen and Volbrecht really close together there. There's only just a couple of corners to go. Hardy's late. He's out. He misjudged the braking point. Watch out then for McIntosh. He could take that 3rd spot. Oh, that's so close there through Sabadell. Jay Hardy, really, they're going to be 3 abreast into the Europe car. Literally no quarters given around here, especially on the last lap there. Volbrecht nearly out wide. Oh, it's going to be an absolute mess then for second place. He's going to hold on to it though. But meanwhile, here comes Edwards. 2 wins out of 3. It's just going to be Jay Hardy only just though to take his best finish of the season. Volbrecht with yet another podium. McIntosh gets 4th. And again, McEwen slowing across the line to let Schauler go by for P5. I mean, I don't know what McEwen is actually doing that, but, you know, oh well, we'll take that. Ethan Graham in 7th. 8th place, just about going to Leon Welsh, as Sharp has just went fully sideways across the line, didn't he? Clements gets 9th, Sharp in 10th, and then we've got to wait another 25 seconds before Liam New crosses the line in 11th position. And like I says, Adam Piper unfortunately retiring from the race there. So 3 wins now. Edwards becomes the most winningest driver in the championship, and that is another fastest lap then to Edwards. That's 5 of the season now for Lewis Edwards. And so I'm just doing something here, just typing stuff on my computer there. So we'll just give you the unofficial race results from race 3. Last to first then, Lewis Edwards. Jay Hardy looked like he was going to lose that second spot out of La Quaisa, but he just somehow managed to stay and got that. Shadow Tron Volbrecht gets another podium. That's P3 from him. McIntosh gets 4th, Schauler gets 5th, McEwen just gifted that 5th place to Schauler, 7th to Ethan Graham, 8th place to Liam Welsh, Chris Clements gets 9th, Sharp 10th, and Liam New in 11th, and like I say, Adam Piper retiring from the race. So that has been... Oh, a bit of trash talking there from Volbrecht there. But, yeah, it looks like this championship is starting to heat up then as we're going to start the second half. Also, driver of the day, I think we've got to give it to Lewis Edwards, hasn't he? You know, winning the race in 2 races, especially from race 3, starting at the back of the field to finish the race as the leader, as the host has ended the game. So we're going to end the stream. So thank you there. You've been watching the BTCC Championship. Second half of the season will start next week at Willow Springs. So until then, we will see you then next week. Also, stay tuned as well for the FTR channel, because we're going to have the fabulous Mazda Championship with we're going to have Darren commentating, so hopefully we'll get some people watching that race too. So apart from that, we'll see you then next week again at Willow Springs.